Today, I am going to explain the story of Black Ops 3. The story takes place in the future where bad things happen and cities get bigger or something like that. There are some evil terrorist people called the NRC. You start as your average Joe who has to rescue some Egyptian dude. In other words, it's the escort mission. You're able to get the Egyptian dude and his bud on a hover plane, but the pilot is a derp and flies off without you. Then your arms are violently ripped off by a robot. You know, when they're attempting to make you feel something. You somehow survive the incident, despite the fact they probably would have died from the blood loss alone. You're put in a simulator thingy, kind of like the Matrix, but without the kung fu, and you're trained by cyborg people instead of Lawrence Fishburne. It's really just a tutorial level that occurs when you sleep. You wake up to find out that you are now a Winslow Accord cyber soldier, or WAX. Also, your army buddy also gets turned into a cyborg. You're then presented with a bunch of cutscenes to show all the awesome things you do with your army buddy, instead of actually doing them. 5 years after you've been turned into Terminator, you have to go to China to investigate death and stuff. This is a groundbreaking Call of Duty game, because in this game, there are two evil terrorist groups. The only thing missing now are evil Russians. So you have to go to China to investigate death. To make the mission more badass, there's a giant storm which forces you to stop at inconvenient and frequent times, even in the middle of a firefight, just so you can avoid being blown away by the wind. After shooting a bunch of people, you, your army buddy, and your love interest find out that some data drive things have been stolen, and they could be used to unveil all Black Ops intelligence. So then you go to some biosphere thing that looks like a zoo for plants. Your evil robot minions kill some evil lady's brother, so then you have to go to the center of the biodome so you can fly away. When you get there, the hover plane gets blown up, so you need to reach your love interest who happens to have a boat. You shoot a bunch of things and get away. You then travel to an abandoned coalescence facility because your love interest told you to. After shooting a bunch of people outside, you slowly go down a giant hole that is a serious safety hazard for the people who work there. For the first time in a Call of Duty game, you actually have nothing to shoot. After reaching the bottom, you encounter a bunch of zombie robots. The only thing missing now is space. Pretty sure Infinite Warfare will take care of that. You discover one of the WAX using the data drives to reveal all the Black Ops secrets, so you then proceed to blow them up with grenades. Your army buddy microwaves the WAX brains and then goes insane. But we keep him along because childhood promise, I guess? The evil lady floods the facility, so you have to shoot a bunch of balloons. The 54i attack a safe house, so you have to go there so you can rescue your love interest, who probably didn't need your help anyway. You kill the evil lady with fire and escape with your love interest. Then you all travel to Egypt so you can track down the WAX. Eventually, you fight a giant mech controlled by one of them. After blowing up, you try to microwave the WAX brain, but instead you get teleported into her thoughts. For some reason, she's thinking about World War II, so you have to shoot a bunch of Nazis. Eventually, you have to shoot a bunch of zombies because, it's a Treyarch game. What would it be without zombies? That's what we're all here for, not the stupid campaign. So you have to shoot the WAX who's being eaten by a tree. When you do that, you kill her, and then you leave the dream. You then travel to a super awesome platform in the middle of the desert. You shoot a bunch of things with a jet, and then you and your love interest disable some electro stuff. You then go after the two remaining WAX with your army buddy. The leader escapes, but you kill his partner. You also piss off your army buddy, but you make up after punching each other. Male social skills in a nutshell. You then go to a mall in Egypt that looks like the think tank from the Lego movie. You reach the top where the WAX later attacks you with a bunch of wheels that look like they came from Battleship the movie. After blowing up his spaceship with a minigun, the WAX later rips out his spine to stop a computer virus from controlling him. But then your army buddy turns evil and kills him before you could have. You then go to a coalescence facility so you can stop the virus forever. After shooting a bunch of robots outside, you finally get to go inside. Your love interest gets trapped and then gets killed by a bunch of Nova 6. You know that stuff from the first Black Ops. After your army buddy kills the head of the Winslow's Accord, you proceed to kill yourself and your army buddy. But then you are teleported into a digital world, where you need to destroy the computer virus forever. So you and the WAX leader burn a bunch of hearts. After that, you return to the coalescence facility, where you purge the system and save the world. The end. Congratulations! You have been able to sit through this entire video. Yay! If you like this video, you should like and comment. And if you don't like it, do it anyway. Also, don't forget to subscribe.